True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football. True Warrior Football.
You are listening to True Warrior Football Podcast with your host, Corey Kid Smith.
Man, welcome back. It's good to be back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time since I've been able to film and do a show. Man, you know what? Last week, tough way to end the season. 3-game losing streak, something we hadn't had since 2021. But we needed to get healthy. The bye week before the playoffs started helped us. We get a lot of guys healthy back. And man, 42-7 victory over Perry Meridian. I'll take it. And now playoffs are here. We're rolling. Shout out to Coach Whitaker and his staff. They got their first win. He got his first win as a head coach in the playoffs. But now, it's time. Every game from this point out is for a trophy. Back at the crib, back home against Southport. Southport had I would say an upset victory over Tech last week. I want to say it was like 21-7, something like that. But you know what? We faced Southport. I feel like we faced Southport, either Southport or Perry, every year in the sectionals. And you know, it is what it is. We're going to go out there. We're going to play Warren Central football, and the game should be a lot like what we did last week with Perry in the first half. That's what it should be. All right. Last week we got return of Keon Thomas, a star player for us running back wise. That unfortunately, without him in the lineup, things just did not go right for us. But with him back, with the offense improving as much as we've improved through the year, I think offensively we have some pieces right here coming together that is going to make this team very tough. I'm not even going to really. Friday night's game is going to be huge for our team to go out there and actually put together another strong game. Because like I said at the beginning of the year, right here.
All right, really, all those games I don't care about. Well, I'll take that back. I care about beating Ben Davis each and every year. I don't care if we're 0-3, 0-4 going into that game, whatever it may be. I want to beat Ben Davis. Absolutely. But the outside of the Ben Davis game, the Cathedral, the LN, the Carmel game, the Lawrence North, or LC, North Central, Warsaw, all those games do not matter. The game that matters the most on this schedule is none of those games. None of the regular season games. None of those matter. The only game that matters is the Regional Championship. Only game that matters. We are going to face Summer Grove in a regional championship once again for the, fourth year in a row? 6th time out of the last 7 years? It's going to happen. Okay? I know it. They know it. Because neither team has anybody in their sectional that's going to stop them from advancing. I mean, we have Tech, Perry Meridian, and Southport. I mean, last year, those schools couldn't score against us. This year, defensively, we aren't the same. But once again, when it comes to that time of the year, we will be ready to roll those teams. And then it's the game that everybody knows is going to happen, just like we had last year, just like we had the year before that, just like the year before that as well. Our season comes down to, can we get over that hump? Can we beat the Trojans? Whether it's at home or away, we've struggled to do so. Matter of fact, I don't think we've ever beaten Center Grove in a regional championship. Every time we've beaten Center Grove has been in semi-state. Things have to change. If we want to get back to where we are a truly winning organization or winning tradition, we absolutely have to win that game. I know that's a lot of pressure to put on Coach Whitaker and his staff. It's a lot of pressure to put on this team. But once again, this is Warren Central. We are one of the premier programs in the state of Indiana. If you are playing here, you know about pressure. If pressure frightens you, if you're scared of that, turn in your jersey, go over there, get pom-poms from the cheerleaders, and, cheer us on. That's what I have to say about that.
That's all that matters. That is all that matters. Everything we're doing, everything we've done this year, everything we've been doing for the last few years has been for this game. Has been getting ready to compete with those guys over there in Center Grove. I want us to get over this hump. And like I said before, I have felt like we can compete with anybody that we on the field with. It's just, how do we compete in that game? We've had some big moments, we've had some little moments. We've had some big time plays, we've had some big time plays go against us. The journey is what everything is all about. You don't always step into a situation and boom, you're automatically the best team. No, you have to grind. You have to work your way to the top. I myself talk about the great years, the great teams of the early 2000s, last decade stuff. Those teams had to grind to get to that point. And it wasn't always won on Friday nights. It was the stuff that they did in the spring, the stuff they did in the summer. Okay? Everything they did during the week of practice. That is what made those teams great. That is what made those teams get those state championships, win those MIC titles. That is what I want for us again. We have to go on a journey. Even some of our greatest players, David Bell, for instance, all right? I've talked about how great David Bell is time and time again on this show, all right? David Bell, from his freshman year to his junior year, probably one of the greatest athletes, wide receivers in our program's history, all right? He was not able to get it done. It had frustrated me seeing that for him. And I know he was frustrated. I know his coaches and teammates were all frustrated with him going on that journey. But the journey was made. The journey was made, and boom. When it came time to it, they had all been on that journey together. And that's what made that 2018 team so special. They had been through the fire. They had been through the early exits. They had lost to the teams that would be state champions. They done it. And so now, here we are in that same position once again, gearing up for a battle that's soon to be coming. Now is the time. Now is absolutely the time. We got everything together. Zach Wallace is turned into an amazing wide receiver for the team. Matter of fact, not just Zach, Michael Tanner, Keyshawn Williams-Jarrett. Those three right there, I think, are our best wide receiver trio in a very long time. A very long time. Those three guys are just dynamic and spectacular. Quarterback Jack Quillen is doing some very special things. As a sophomore, mind you. As a sophomore, is doing some incredible, incredible things. I want to say he's the first sophomore quarterback to win a playoff game for us since probably Jeff George in the 80s. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Keon Thomas, he's a special beyond words, all right? We know what we have with him, okay? But then outside of that, we have my guy Calvin McDonald's coming back here from injury, all right? J.J. Finch had this block, recovered this block punt for a touchdown last week against Perry. You know, those guys on elite defense. Caleb Elkins is out there making big-time plays now. Jelani Reed, Sean Fox, Andrew Winkle, Dexter Smith. The defense is coming along. I know that some people took me calling them out about speed, and it is what it is. If you are against our team being faster, I don't know what to tell you. I want to see our team be competitive. If that hurts you, I'm sorry. But trust me, that is how I was in that episode, was mild compared to what others were telling me behind the scenes, and mild compared to what I was seeing online. And if you have aspirations for being a big-time college player, I guarantee you're going to get what I said in a much more harsher critique, all right? But neither here said nor there, all right? We've moved on from that, all right? Our team is better because of that, because of those games, because of those moments. You learn from those mistakes. You learn from those challenges that you faced. We will improve. We will get better. Now's the time to apply everything we've learned. Special teams wise, can't forget about special teams wise. I think Jermaine Ellery is doing some very, very special things. He's done a great job improving his punting all season. Has 4 or 5 field goals on the year, maybe more than that. I'm probably shorting them. But you know, he's a guy that works on his craft. Can't forget my guy Caden Harris, right? He's one of the best long snappers in the state. We, special teams wise, we're doing some great things. I want to see us continue to improve. We can definitely improve in all aspects, offense, defense, and special teams. And just, take it up from there. Southport, guys, I can't get so fired up about Southport. They said don't overlook your opponent. That's a quick way to get beat, which you are absolutely correct, all right? But I know what we have done against them in the past. I know what we are capable of right now. So let's go out there, take care of business first, get out of this game healthy, and get ready for next week. Now, this is very different for me because I usually just focus on our program, our guys in the program. I was going to do talk about some of our guys at the next level. I'll save that for next week. All right. I want to talk about some things personal with me, and I don't usually do this. If you had not noticed, I haven't done a full show like this since the week of Carmel, so the week of October 10th, I think. Yeah, it's been a while, 3 or 4 weeks, and I don't usually take that long off during the season. Usually, I'm very consistent, week in, week out, week in, week out. I'm always dropping something. If I can't drop a full show for some reason, I'm dropping a short clip or something on Instagram for people to see, talk about the team, talk about our players, talk about what's coming up. But middle of October, I had some unfortunate events happen to me and my family. On October 13th, had a great uncle who I've known for 25 years, pass away. Name was Marshel Sims. Less than a week later, I had a cousin who I've literally known my entire life, Alicia Collins, pass away. And I want to talk about both of them for a moment. First, Alicia, I said, a cousin I've literally had in my life. I'm 37 years old now. So 37 years old. Had her in my life, her family, her sister, Ashley, her daughter, Blake, her mother, Sadie, has just been one of the best aunts I've ever had. Just truly, truly incredible people. This make my family so special. And it's just seeing what my cousin was dealing with behind the scenes was difficult, honestly. We shot a commercial with her last May. It was an all-day thing for her, which took a lot of energy and this. I can't imagine how she was able to get through it. But we shot this commercial for her through Community Health Network, I believe. And it was a great commercial. We shot so much, and they ended up using so little of the part that I was in with them. But it's okay. Here it is right here.
Rolling.
My name is Alicia from Indianapolis. I'm a wife and a mother of 3. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was early stage, so I had a lumpectomy, and I felt that I was good, but I was diagnosed again 5 years later. So I was like, uh-oh, this is a big deal. I had to have chemo and radiation. Really, it was devastating. I thought my life was over, but then I was introduced to Dr. Badia with Community Health Network, MD Anderson Cancer Center. Dr. Badia was very informative. He asked me if I was interested in clinical trials. I felt like this is someone that I can trust. He's going to give me the facts. He's going to tell me the pros and cons. And he also made sure that I was making the decision. And I said, yes. I know that a lot of African Americans aren't in clinical trials, but I leaned into it and wanted to be a part of it because this was an opportunity to just see if this trial could help me. You know, you're monitored all the time. And for a person like me who wants to know what is going on all the time, that's great. So Dr. Badia is my primary oncologist, but now that I'm on the research side of Community MD Anderson, Dr. Reddy is my research oncologist. Dr. Wade performed all of my radiation, and I have my care team that helped me through the process. Another factor that is huge for me is that it allows me to have a drug that is absolutely free, and it's not the burden on my family. So when I first found out that I had cancer, it was the most difficult thing I've ever had to go through. But now I have a spirit of gratitude. I feel blessed and lucky to have the opportunity to be alive. And so if I knew someone that was going through what I was going through, I would definitely encourage them to participate in a clinical trial. For me, it was life-changing.
We did all that, and just, man, seeing what strength my cousin had to be able to go through that was truly incredible, man. She was a fighter to the very end. Breast cancer, it sucks. It really does. Cancer sucks overall, but man, just seeing her go through that, and her husband Tommy is just a true soldier, a man of faith, it takes a strong person, man. I don't know how he's been able to do it, how he's been able to guide her and be by her side through all this. I appreciate him more than he could possibly ever know. For somebody to do that for their loved one, that's truly what, everybody, a lot of people want to get married, a lot of people want to be in these long relationships. Well, this is the ugly side of the relationship he just had to deal with. It's, okay, you love me, but can you show me how much you love me by helping me through my lowest, through my worst times? And man, he's done that. He's been there for her, or was there for her for so much through her battle. And I was at their wedding in 2014. I've been just around them since just for so long. They were at my wedding in 2018. I hate that, man. The wedding was great. Her funeral service was truly touching, and it was very special to see so many people come out and pay her that respect that she earned from them. And now, like I said, I had a great uncle. And my aunt, Ernestine, call her Aunt D. Okay, simple. Me and my cousins grew up with her in the 90s so much. I mean, she didn't have kids of her own, so me and my 6 cousins were like her kids. We spent so much time around her. She was our favorite aunt, probably, most likely. Anybody asked, she was like her. She helped us so much and was just like there for us. And when Marshel came around, my Uncle Marshel, excuse me, didn't really know what to think of the guy at first. I'm young, then my preteens and teenager or whatever, like, hey, who's this dude coming around my aunt, man? Who you? Get around from here. But he turned out to be a great dude, man. He really turned out to be a very special individual. He loved my aunt dearly, and everybody wants to say, the saying, protect black women. And he did that in so many ways. He protected her and just loved her as much as anybody possibly could. And I'm so appreciative and thankful for him in that. And when he came down with his illness and sickness, it was her turn to repay, and she did it, man. Protect black women turned into black women protect black men. She did so much for him, getting him the help that he needed, getting him to places that would help make everything better for him as best as it possibly could be. Here I am. Here's a picture that was in his obituary at his service, and it's a picture of me with them at their wedding in 2001, I think. Once again, I'm at their wedding. They were at my wedding. It's been so special to me. Both of them actually, my Uncle Marshel and my cousin Alicia, for my 30th birthday, this is before I started doing True Warrior Football in 2018, I did a 30-person birthday party at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse here in Indianapolis. And just having 30 people at a restaurant like that for an event was crazy. But I was able to get it done, made it happen. 30 people showed up, and they were there showing up for me, right there with me, and I appreciate that so much. I look back at these two individuals that have been in my life for so long, and I'm sad that I don't have them around anymore, but I'm happy that I had them for the time I had them. I am going to miss each of them tremendously. I find strength in knowing that the pain and everything they went through for so long is over. They are definitely within the hands of God right now. I'm very thankful to have seen everything that they can do for others and everything that everybody did for them in their last few years here with us. It's just, man, everybody talks about faith, family, and football. That was it for me. That was it. Football, usually when the season comes around, I put so much time and effort into the show to deliver for you guys, and The top 100 took a lot out of me, but I made it done. I was like, man, I wanted to get this done. I had to put the best product out there that I possibly could. I got it done, and then boom, this happens. And it just like, it took what energy I usually would have. It was just like, I don't feel like doing a show right now. I really don't. I had to take a step back. I had to really, just emotionally, I just wasn't in it. Emotionally, I just wasn't in it. And last week, I had an opportunity to go to the game at Perry, but that was the same day as Alicia's funeral. I was exhausted. I was emotionally drained. I didn't want to. I said, you know what? I'm stepping back. I'm going to be with family. So that's what I did. Very rare will I choose not to go to a Warren Central football game. Very rare. Very rare. Very rare. So, to my cousin, Alicia, I love you so much. I know you're in a much better place right now. To Blake, Ashley, Aunt Sadie, and the rest of the family, Tommy, hey, you guys know I'm here for you guys till the wheels fall off. I love you guys so much. Alicia meant so much to me, so I'm very happy to do this video in honor of her. To my aunt, Dee, you've been like a second mother to me for my entire life. My Uncle Marshel was a special dude, truly special. I'm glad to see that you had him in your life for so long as well, Aunt Dee. We all loved him. We all loved joking with him. He was great. He'll be missed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Corey, the Kid Smith. Please, please, if you or any of your loved ones have ever been affected by breast cancer or had issues with dementia or Alzheimer's, please, I'm posting links right here. Please donate. Please share this with others. There's so much out there that Black people in particularly can do to help raise awareness for these causes and issues in our community. It affects us all. Please donate what you can when you can. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you just watched another great episode of True Warrior Football. I'm your host, Corey the Kid Smith. Warrior Band, take us away.